Coffee with the Commish, coming to you from Hoboken, New Jersey, where today I am joined by the First Lady of the Moore League, my wife, Amanda Moore. She is the daughter to Pop's Fish, sister to Garden State Grinders, granddaughter to Untouchable, daughter-in-law to Mean Machine, and sister-in-law to Drug Infested Den. I think that's everybody. My wife, Amanda, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
I'm actually quite shocked that you agreed to do this.
Same. I'm
what were you
very
thinking?
surprised. I don't know. I wasn't thinking.
Okay. What kind of coffee are we drinking?
So this is Brazilian breakfast blend from 8 O'Clock Coffee.
Brazilian breakfast blend from 8 O'Clock Coffee. And we have some fancy mugs. Apparently I'm an awesome dad and you are...
Clearly the best mom ever.
The best mom ever. Now, we couldn't get some fancy Hoboken coffee on this program. We had to go with 8 O'Clock brand.
No, we have to be on a budget sometimes.
I guess it's better than the Amazon Prime brand that I was served on a few other prior episodes.
But 8 O'Clock Coffee is pretty good for the price. It's like $6 for a pound. That's pretty good.
Okay, get that shop right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very personal question to kick this off. Very personal. I don't know if you could tell, or at least watching this video, I have a beard going here.
I hate it.
It's been about 5 days. I
Hate
haven't
it.
shaved. It's a world record. This is what amounts to the most beard I'll ever have.
No.
You're not digging it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He needs to shave.
It's a shame. Okay. So you've seen the program by now. You know how this works. We're going to talk about you a little bit. We're going to talk about fantasy football. I know you don't have a team in the league, but that's okay. We'll make up for that. And then we're going to play a game called Hit and Run. Sound good to you?
I'm familiar.
Okay. So talking about you first, again, still shocked that you agreed to do this. You've spent 6 years or so in media planning. You know, career in New York City, working really long hours, really busy days. A couple years ago, you stepped away from that career, and now you perhaps have the most demanding boss you could ever have, a 2-year-old named Juliet. How's that going?
It's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can't see. She does a lot of art, and it's now hanging on our fridge. But it's going well. We play a lot of kitchen, and she's really bossy, but she's great, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Let's get your mug in the shot here. It's Coffee with the Commish.
Coffee with the Commish. If you're wondering, she's at school right now. And this is how we're taking our little break with Coffee with the Commish.
Absolutely. Now, let's get the league, give them an opportunity to get to know you better. Some of your hobbies, some of your interests. I know you like traveling, you like cooking, you love Excel spreadsheets. So
I do.
tell the
I
league,
miss Excel spreadsheets. It's the one thing I miss about the workforce.
So what are some of your hobbies?
Hobbies. I mean, I don't know. You said it. I like to cook. I like to plan vacations. It's like my favorite thing ever. So if anyone in the league wants to go on vacation, send me an email. I'll plan the whole thing.
Okay. And obviously this is Coffee with the Commish. We're not drinking Hoboken coffee, but quite a few members of the league have a connection to Hoboken. Obviously we live here. Drug Infested Den used to live here. Mean Machine visits often. We got the Light Brothers that live in town. Garden State Grinders is coming soon.
Guys, coming soon to Hoboken.
Jimmy Legs visits here, I would imagine, quite often. Probably forgetting somebody as well. But for those that come in and out of Hoboken, do you have any recommendations for a favorite coffee shop? Give me like 2 or 3 of the top ones to visit.
Okay, so we really like Empire. That's where we get our beans when we're not drinking store-bought beans. They have a great selection, so if you want some coffee beans, go there. And also they have tea and they have it loose, so you don't even need to buy the bags. And then I really like Gold Roast, which I feel like nobody knows about. It's all the way in the back of town. And they have a really good flat white, if you're into that. Yeah, and I guess Jefferson Coffee is really good too. There's 2 locations.
So if Jimmy Legs ever does appear on Coffee with the Commish, you think we should get some flat whites for that episode?
Yeah, go to Gold Roast. It's really cute. It's Australian. The guy has an accent.
Okay. Jimmy Legs, expecting some fancy coffee for our episode. You're into red wine. I know that. Do you have a red wine recommendation for the league?
I'll give you a cheap and I'll give you a fancy.
Okay.
Cheap, Penfolds, Mean Machine. My father-in-law got us into that. It's like $10 and it's really, really good. And then we belong to the Cuvasian Wine Club in Napa.
Because we're bougie and
No,
fancy.
we're really not. We went there once and we had too much wine and we're like, yeah, we'll be in the club and I can't cancel it. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. But they have a really good Cabernet. So in case you want to
4
be
years later,
fancy,
we're still part of this wine club.
I think it's 5.
We're getting old.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate those recommendations. Let's talk some business. So fantasy football. you don't have a team in the league, but I
No.
thought it was appropriate to have you on the program because you've been around for this league more so than the majority of the current members.
13 out of the 20 years.
It's close. 13 out of 18.
Okay.
You reading my notes here?
No,
Okay.
I've been around 13 years. I thought you were doing this 20 years.
This is our 20th season. We're hyping up for 2020.
Oh, okay.
So this is the 18th season of the league. As you had mentioned, you've been around for 13 of them. I'm going to give you some stats of my tenure during the time that you've existed in my life. So since the 2006 season, during that
Not
stretch,
good. I know it.
I have one fantasy championship. It's 2006.
Too long ago.
I did win in 2005. I have 2 rings. In addition to that, I have 3 Fantasy Bowl appearances and 3 top 3 finishes. Do you even care about how I've performed in this league? Are you ashamed? Are you proud?
I need results.
Need results.
Yeah.
So you're not happy with what I've done?
No, we just give our money away and then Maddie Sanders takes it all. I don't even know. What's your team name now? It changes every year.
Establish this.
No, see, I won't remember that. Can you just keep your team name, Maddie?
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah. Calling out the current first place team. I like it. Other than myself, let's take Nittany Lions out of the equation for a moment. Who is your favorite team in the league?
My favorite team or my favorite person?
Favorite team in the league. Who? If I can't win it, who do you want to win it?
Oh,
Who would you root for?
Untouchable. My
Untouchable.
grandpa, he tries so hard and he's not winning, but one day you're going to win it, Papa.
So this is a debate amongst the members of the league. This question was posed first by Mean Machine a couple weeks back. So I'm going to ask you, who wins a fantasy championship first? Untouchable or Giants Rule?
I'm going to go with Untouchable.
Wow.
Sorry, Pat.
Did you know Giants Rule is the longest tenured team in the league without a championship?
Yeah, sorry.
He joined in 2004. That's before you even were aware of this league.
Yep.
And speaking of untouchable, this is also a debate amongst the league. Should this name, everyone's saying he's pretty touchable. He used to be Freehold with lowercase f. I think Freehold is where everybody's heart is. Do you have a preference on a team name?
I would go back to Freehold with the lowercase f and all. I think it suits Papa.
Okay. I think we're all advocating for the return of Freehold, maybe in 2019. Quick trivia question. Can you name the 4 core members from the 2001 inaugural season?
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you. Do I have to do it by team name?
By team name,
Oh
yeah.
my
We're
gosh,
official
okay.
here.
Nittany Lions.
Okay.
Giants Rule. Oh, no, wait. Yeah.
Nope.
No? Oh, he's too young. You
Too
didn't
young,
invite them.
no.
Okay. So, the Mountaineers.
The Mountaineers.
Okay. And then RJ. What's his team name?
Crazy Fools.
Oh, yeah. Crazy Fools. And there's another one?
There's another one. One more OG.
Is it Steven? Madison Hedgecock?
No.
No. I don't know. Am I missing someone obvious?
Yes.
Sorry that I'm missing you, obvious person.
Drug infested den. My own brother. Your brother-in-law, Ryan Moore.
But why would you have Ryan and not Pat? Pat, you should be upset about this.
We have to go back to 2001 versions of ourselves to ask that question. I'm not really sure why, but...
Pat, they owe you one.
Now, another question for you, trivia. Do you remember where you were December 23rd, 2013?
Mm-mm.
You do.
Yeah.
So, just to share with the league, this is probably a top 5 worst moment of my life, and you were there to witness it. We were at a concert. Trans-Siberian Orchestra was playing in Newark, New Jersey. Myself, Mrs. Commish, which everybody calls you, drug-infested den. We're all going to this concert, and Madison Hedgecock was there as well. We weren't seated with him. Anyway, this was Fantasy Bowl 13. Nittany Lions against Madison Hedgecock going into the Monday night game. Nittany Lions holding a sizable lead. End of the concert, we're getting on the path train, check the score. There is 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the Monday night game. Nittany Lions, again, up big. We're about to lose connection. Nittany Lions starting to flash 3 rings, feeling pretty confident. What happens while we're underground? And you definitely remember this quite clearly. 49ers are up 27-24 with 1:31 left in the game. It's the final game at Candlestick Park in San Francisco. Madison Hedgecock has Navarro Bowman, a Penn State linebacker, playing. Falcons have the ball at the 10-yard line looking to score. Matt Ryan throws an interception. Bowman runs it back for a 90-yard touchdown, a pick 6. We get off the path. I check my score. Madison Hedgecox wins the Fantasy Bowl by 3 points. Ryan had like probably like a 48-inch vertical. He jumps in the air. It's extremely exciting.
I've never seen Ryan so happy in my life.
You laughed at me. One of the worst moments of my life.
He walked home with his head down. It took like an hour to get, a mile.
What were your thoughts? And did you even feel bad for me?
I felt a little bad because you seemed genuinely upset about it. And Pops Fish had already congratulated him on a win prematurely while we were on the PATH train, so that made it even worse.
It was devastating.
Way to go, Dad.
So
now you know. Don't congratulate anyone until it's final.
Tip from Mrs. Commish. Speaking of which, Mrs. Commish, I had this fabulous idea that I want to run by the league, and I think you should be the commissioner. It's a Ladies of the Moore League, and here's how it would work. I think some of the members would include you, obviously. We would have Denise, Fran, Joan, Kat, Emily, Carol, Rosemary, Beth, Pat's girlfriend Alexis. I think Sean has a girlfriend too. I would imagine others as well that I'm forgetting. Are you going to start this up for 2019?
I mean, if the women are interested, I'd be really interested to see
Wow.
my grandmother do it.
Who would have the best team in the league?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I bet you Beth would have a pretty good team because Greg likes football and they could follow along together.
My money would be on Carol.
Oh, and Carol, well, I mean...
I think Mrs. Jimmy Legs would be the team to beat. She's got 3 members of the league, and
This is true.
and I think she's very
All right.
aware of what's going on.
So, ladies of the league, if you would like to do a non-committal league with Mrs. Commish, you're
Ladies
more
of
than
the league
welcome.
coming in 2019.
We could do like a free trial. Maybe like there's a prize at the end or something.
Okay, I like the idea. So we're gonna play a game called Hit and Run.
Okay?
This is where I'm gonna throw questions at you. First thing that comes to mind, just throw it out there.
Okay.
Ready? Favorite meal?
Pasta.
Favorite Hoboken restaurant?
Oh man, Anthony Davis.
Favorite TV show?
Younger.
What's the country you'd most like to visit
Most like to visit.
that you have not been to?
Probably Thailand.
Thailand. Okay. When are we going?
Soon. I don't know.
Okay.
When are you gonna take me? You gotta win the money so that we can go.
Okay. Going back one question, you said Younger was your favorite TV show.
Well,
Who?
that's my favorite current TV show.
Well, that's the answer. That's
Okay,
the first thing
fine.
in mind. My follow-up question to that would be, pick one person in the league that you think secretly watches Younger.
Oh, I mean, I feel like a lot of you probably watch Younger. I think definitely the Mountaineers watches Younger.
The Mountaineers, really.
And Drug Infested Den.
Drug
He would
Infested Den?
definitely like Younger.
Well, he said he likes Mean Girls, his favorite chick flick. Right?
Yeah, so Drug Infested Den, Ryan, if you haven't watched Younger, you probably should. You would probably love it.
Okay. A little more fantasy related now. Who has the best team name in the league?
The best team name?
Yeah.
Shake and Bake.
Shake and Bake.
Yeah.
Okay. Who has the worst team name?
Maddie, because he keeps changing it and I can't remember what it is. What is it?
He's established this.
Yeah.
He was also Too Easy. Our heat's coming on, so we got to speak
It's
up
really
a little
loud.
bit. He was also One for One and a couple of other obnoxious names.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Just pick a name and stick with it.
You're getting dinner with 3 people in the league. Who is it?
Crazy Fools, because I haven't seen him in forever. Who else?
I'm going to leave my program and turn the heat off.
Oh, he's gonna turn the heat off. Maybe I would get dinner with, Giants Rule, because I feel like we've only ever, spoken in passing, so I feel like I really need to get to know Giants Rule. And I'm gonna throw Untouchable in there just because he's gonna make for a funny conversation.
You're not even inviting your own husband
No,
to this dinner?
we get dinner every night, it's fine.
Okay, so you
See
said...
you every day.
Okay, so I think Untouchable is probably the most invited guest to all these dinners
it's
so
because
far.
he can really carry a conversation. He knows how to ask the good questions.
Absolutely. Now, you're commissioner for one day. You're going to kick out one team. Gun to your head, who are you kicking out?
My brother.
You're kicking out the Garden State Grinders.
Yeah, because he's my brother. I can kick him out.
Okay, so then who's replacing him?
Oh, I don't know.
One of the ladies of the league, Carol, since she's
Ladies
steamrolling
of the league.
that league.
No. I mean, I'll replace him. Can I play? No ladies allowed. I heard that's a rule. But yeah. So, sorry, Andrew. I would kick you out just because you're the easiest to boot.
Okay. And a little off topic, you're on a 10-hour road trip.
Oh, no.
There's only one radio station that's working.
Ugh.
It's either Channel 69 Escape which is a favorite of Untouchable.
I hate road trips.
Or 105.9 FM WQXR, New York's classical station, which is a favorite of Mean Machine. Which one are you stuck with for a 10-hour trip?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Escape.
Escape, really?
Well, the classical music will put me to sleep, and at least Escape I can laugh about while I listen to it.
Okay, nice choice. You get one question for the Commish. What is it?
When are you gonna win this thing?
Well, maybe in 2018.
Oh, so not this year.
My wide receiver I just traded for with Pop Smith just tore his ACL. That's not looking too good. But
Small violins are playing for you somewhere.
oh, maybe this year, we'll say.
Okay.
Well, that's it for this episode of Coffee with Commish. Again, thank you to the First Lady of the League, Mrs. Commish, for joining us. Stay tuned for next week for some more coffee.
Bye, guys.